A subordinate asks, Your Majesty, is someone trying to enter the demon realm? Shi Jiao responds, Forget it, I might as well tell you. Recently, young Master Chang'e eliminated one of the 13 bandits of the Chaos Star region. But one remnant managed to escape. That person is Bai Kuan, the demon master of the Xianyang Demon Emperor from 6,000 years ago. The subordinates react in shock, whispering, Bai Kuan. Him again. They say he can foresee fate and alter the heavens. That's how. He escaped the encirclement back then and vanished without a trace. So, he was hiding in the Chaos Star region all along. Shi Jiao continues, It seems that the remnants from 6,000 years ago are showing signs of resurgence. Yanma, I need to write a letter to young Master Chang'e. The scene shifts to the city streets, where people gossip. Word is that young Master Chang'e's army is marching north, probably to hunt down the remaining forces of the 13 bandits. In a corner, Jiang Chen is selling goods looted from tombs. A so-called child of destiny. Turns out he's actually a transmigrator. He mutters to himself, the remnants of the 13 bandits. They must have pissed off Gu Chang'e. Did he really have a change of heart and decide to uphold justice? As if I'd believe that. None of that matters to me now. The most important thing is increasing my combat power. Luckily, I've already unlocked my spear. He then lifts Jiang Chen with one hand. Jiang Chen shouts in alarm, What are you trying to do? The old monk calmly replies, This humble monk senses that you have a connection with Buddhism. Why not accompany me on a journey? Jiang Chen yells, Let go of me. I don't want to become a monk. The old monk smiles mysteriously, Don't worry, you won't lose out. Jiang Chen freezes, At least tell me where we're going. The scene shifts to True Immortal Academy, where the crowd is abuzz. This upcoming trial at the Taishu Divine Clan's burial site is a great opportunity for the Academy's geniuses. Last time, the Absolute Een Calamity was disrupted by the heir of demonic arts. Hopefully, things go smoothly this time. So, who's leading the team this time? A red-haired elder replies, Of course, it's Gu Chang'e. With his current strength, he's far beyond the other disciples. The Grand Elder scoffs in anger, he's now the esteemed human saint ancestor. Didn't he just make a great contribution in the Chaos Star region? I don't think True Immortal Academy can hold him anymore. The red-haired elder asks in surprise, Senior, what do you mean? The Grand Elder replies, We can't let Gu Chang'e go. Shouldn't we give others a chance? I think the Six-Crowned King, Junyao, is a good choice. The scene shifts to the protagonist, in a warm and romantic atmosphere. Mingkong leans against Gu Chang'e and says, I heard the Grand Elder was looking for you. Is it about the Taishu Divine Clans burial site? The protagonist replies, Yeah, that old man wanted me to lead the team. Since there's no benefit, I refused. Mingkong chuckles, Actually, that old man is quite fond of you. Gu Chang'e continues, Right now, I'm more interested in catching that fugitive. If there's anything in the divine tomb that you can't handle, just let me know, and I'll take care of them all. Mingkong responds calmly, I'll keep an eye out for anything valuable in the tomb and collect it for you. You and this. Before she could finish speaking, her expression suddenly froze. It turned out that Gu Chang'e had teleported elsewhere, his face scrunched up like a monkey's bottom as he shouted, What? The target has been spotted in Bi's ancient city. Mingkong, I must leave immediately. I'll contact you later. The scene shifted to Bi's ancient city. Numerous battleships had already been deployed, and the crowd was abuzz with discussion. Is that the army of the Gu family's young master? Immediately after, Gu Chang'e's voice echoed, Listen up, residents of Bi's ancient city. It has been confirmed that a remnant of the thieves is hiding here. Anyone who dares to shelter them will be considered an accomplice and bear the consequences. The citizens in the city exclaimed in fear, Damn it, the 13 thieves. Why aren't they all dead yet? A spatial rift emerged, and Gu Chang'e slowly stepped out from within. A subordinate reported, "Master, we have sealed off the space around Bi's ancient city. The remnant is hiding within the city." Below, the townspeople whispered among themselves, "Is that young Master Chang'e? He actually came to our little place in person. Young Master Chang'e, thank you for eliminating the bandits of the Chaos Star domain. Now we no longer have to worry about being plundered. Yes. You've worked hard. We will fully cooperate with the investigation." At that moment, Grandmaster Huasheng suddenly shouted, "No need for formalities. Since these thieves have crossed my blade, I will not spare them." A young man pondered and said, "If you don't return to the demon realm, it'll be even harder for you to escape, Bai Kuan." Below, the citizens shouted in unison, "Rest assured, young Master Chang'e, we will fully cooperate with the investigation and not let any suspicious person escape." That's right. Anyone who dares to offend young Master Chang'e is certainly no good person. Higher, no one will detect your whereabouts. Then, seize the opportunity to escape to the demon realm and find a man named Jun Bufan. Give him this brocade pouch, he is a man of destiny. The disciple took the treasure, his face full of doubt. "Master, if you have such a treasure, why don't you escape with us?" Bai Kuan said calmly, "I have spent my life studying fate, and now the backlash has taken its toll. I am gravely ill. And with Gu Chang'e hunting me down this time, I doubt I'll live much longer. Liener, you have suffered so much over the years. The person I owe the most in this life is you." Bai Liener softly said, "Father, say no more. I understand." Bai Kuan let out a sigh, looking up as he murmured, "Everything has cause and effect. Every sip and bite is part of the cycle. Remember, never think of avenging me. Gu Chang'e, he is extremely dangerous." As soon as he finished speaking, a terrifying force suddenly swept into the room. Bai Kuan cried out in alarm, "No. You must leave, now." As expected, the vengeful Gu Chang'e had already discovered Bai Kuan's hiding place, and with a casual wave of his palm, he probed the area. He flew in slowly and said, "It seems your companions have already used a spatial treasure to escape." Bai Kuan raised a shield to defend himself but was still heavily injured. His face twisted in fear as he thought, he actually detected them. Impossible. He only just reached. Instantly, his heart was filled with horror. This eerie power is full of greed and malice, as if it has a life of its own, rooting itself in my spiritual sea. Then, he asked in shock, "This is too sinister. What kind of secret technique is this?" Gu Chang'e stepped forward, grabbed Bai Kuan's head, and revealed a strange smile. "All you need to know is that from now on, you belong to me." The scene shifted. A moment later, Gu Chang'e had already dragged Bai Kuan into a room to continue his work. "Bai Kuan, weak and barely able to speak," said Gu Chang'e, "even if you don't kill me, I won't live much longer. Whatever you're plotting is useless." Gu Chang'e responded indifferently, "Oh, you don't need to worry about that." Then, he thought to himself, "Bu Tower, Tea Spring Breeze. Looks like I need to have my people investigate this." Gu Chang'e then ordered, "All right, take him back to the academy and imprison him." But Bai Kuan roared in anger, "Gu Chang'e, a man takes responsibility for his actions. Kill me. Let this feud end here." Gu Chang'e gave a wicked smile and said, "That won't do. You don't harvest crops one by one, you reap them all at once." After speaking, Gu Chang'e deliberately revealed his unparalleled, handsome face and gazed into the distance. It turned out that Gu Chang'e had long since noticed that Bai Liener was using a secret treasure to observe him. This discovery left Bai Liener utterly shocked. The disciple beside her panicked and said, "He can see us through the mirror. I've never heard of such a thing." Bai Liener frowned deeply. "No. Impossible. He must have sensed the method I used to manifest myself." The disciple asked again, "Senior Sister Liener, what should we do now?" Bai Lianer pondered, among the young generation's geniuses, Gu Chang'e is already a terrifying existence. Compared to him, Bai Hua. The disciple asked once more, should we follow master's orders and go to the demon realm to find Jun Bufan? Bai Lianer furrowed her brows slightly and murmured, Jun Bufan. I haven't seen him in a long time. After a moment, she firmly said, if my father dies at Gu Chang'e's hands, then we will naturally go to the demon realm. But since he's still alive, we should find a. Jiang Qin continued, Master, I've only just opened my spiritual sea. You're not asking me to help, but to send me to my death, aren't you? The bald old monk chuckled, there's no need to fear, Benefactor Jiang. This humble monk is acting on behalf of the Taishu divine clan, and your abilities are crucial in obtaining the inheritance. You and I will both be under the protection of the Taishu divine clan and won't be caught up in the conflict. Jiang Qin said, if they are as powerful as you claim, why would they allow so many people to dig up their ancestors' tomb? Master Pudu sighed, alas, this is an inevitable matter. Throughout history, the legacies left behind by the strong have always been coveted. No force can avoid this fate. Benefactor Jiang, please follow me to meet Princess Luotian. Suddenly, Jiang Chen's gaze turned extremely surprised, as if he had seen something. Disciple who enters Dao Heaven Immortal Palace is of noble birth and exceptional talent. Their selection criteria are only slightly below that of the true Immortal Academy. Jiang Chen stood tall and declared, noble birth. Exceptional talent. Master, I don't believe in fate. In the distance, a woman in red spoke, Junior Sister Ruoyin, stop looking around. This place is dangerous. Your cultivation is still low, so be extra cautious at all times. Ruoyin replied, yes, thank you for the reminder, Senior Sister Songqin. However, she was puzzled in her heart, why do I keep feeling like someone is watching me? She then asked, by the way, Senior Sister, I see all the major sects have arrived, but why haven't we seen the true Immortal Academy's team? Surely they wouldn't miss this, right? Songqin answered, logically, those prodigies wouldn't let such an opportunity slip by, but for now, the divine tomb has yet to open. Ah, I see. Senior Sister Xiao, what you really want to ask is why young Lord Chang'e hasn't arrived yet, right? Could it be that you're missing him? Ruoyin panicked and said, that's not it. That's not it. Senior Sister, don't say such nonsense. I was just casually asking. Songqin playfully blinked and laughed, Junior Sister Ruoyin, when you see young Lord Chang'e, make sure to put in a good word for me. If our Song family could catch his attention, it would be a meteoric rise. Xiao Ruoyin forced a smile and replied, Senior Sister is joking. But in her heart, she was pondering, ever since I entered Dao Heaven Immortal Palace, the elders and fellow disciples have all treated. The young man spoke, sigh, I have to see my sister again. How annoying, elder. The elder beside him sighed, who doesn't feel the same way? On yet another battleship, anxious voices rang out, hurry up. Otherwise, the other factions will get ahead of us. Lu Guanwang. This is all your fault. How could we, the mighty true Immortal Academy, make such a rookie mistake? It turned out to be the sharp-tongued Wang Ziqin. She scolded, you can't even give proper directions and still give random orders. Lu Guanwang responded nonchalantly, what does that have to do with me? Gu Xianer transmitted her voice, Senior Sister Mingkong, our team captain doesn't seem very smart. Mingkong sighed helplessly, indeed, just a little bit. The scene shifts to a dark dungeon whereby Kuan is now shackled by chains. He said, Gu Chang'e, if you want to know something, just search my soul directly. Why go through all this trouble? Standing beside her, Luo Ming sneered, humph. Weak and pathetic. He can't even withstand a single slap. Master Pudu forced a smile and said, please rest assured, Goddess Luo. Although Benefactor Zhang's cultivation isn't high, his methods are extraordinary. The two of us together will surely find the main tomb. Jiang Luoshan continued, Luo Ming, once the tomb opens, make sure to protect him. Jiang Chen still harbored resentment, thinking, first, they slap me, then they offer a sweet treat. Do they take me for some ignorant fool? Meanwhile, a warship slowly approached, and the crowd murmured in discussion. At that moment, a subordinate transmitted a message, Princess, the Orthodox sects are getting involved this time. We must be cautious. The major sects and clans exchanged glances, not daring to move forward. Suddenly, a powerful warship sped in from above. Someone shouted, nonsense. Didn't your ancestor leave your clan long ago and choose to achieve enlightenment here? For so many years, no one saw you coming to pay respects, but now that there are treasures to divide, you're suddenly eager. Everything in this tomb is clearly ownerless. Since ancient times, treasures belong to those with virtue. Everyone should rely on their own abilities to take them. It was Gu Tianni. As expected, she had learned a sharp tongue from the Gil king, and her words were as cutting as ever. Then, she waved her hand and ordered, split up. Stop the ancestral relics from falling into outsiders' hands. Suddenly, Jiang Chen spoke up, Princess Luoshan, please wait a moment. Luoshan asked suspiciously, what? If our ancestral relics are taken, I won't forgive you. Jiang Chen replied confidently, the tomb isn't fully opened yet. But in his heart, he thought, I need to earn their trust first. On the other side, Gu Tianni also shouted, brothers, sail over quickly. Otherwise, all the treasures will be snatched away. Ming Kong spoke up, Tianni, don't be hasty. This place is a tomb within a tomb. What you see now is just a restriction. Tianni asked in confusion, huh? Sister Ming Kong, how do you know? Decent magical treasure, we can sell it and retire back home. In this damn cultivation world, if you don't work hard, you won't survive. A group of young men and women excitedly rushed forward. However, just as they were about to reach the entrance, blinding rays of light suddenly erupted, severely injuring everyone in their path. In no time, those at the front were blasted into nothingness, their corpses reduced to ashes. Seeing this, Luoshan nodded and said, not bad. Jiang Chen replied indifferently, Princess, this is merely my duty. Now, the true entrance to the divine tomb has finally opened. Suddenly, something resembling a stone flew toward him. The bronze little spider shouted, quick, pick up that steel inscription. Hurry up. Forget about this junk. Jiang Chen looked confused and asked, what is a steel inscription? The bronze little spider said, don't ask so much. It's definitely better than all this trash. Pick it up before anyone notices. But just as he reached out, someone beat him to it. It turned out to be Xian and I. Jiang Chen thought in frustration, damn, this girl is from the True Immortal Academy. Xian and I glared at him and said, what are you looking at? Is this yours? Jiang Chen awkwardly laughed and said, ah. Fairy, you've misunderstood. I just saw a flash of light and thought it was some rare treasure. I didn't expect it to be just a broken steel inscription. Xian and I examined the inscription carefully and said, don't think I can't tell good from bad. You can't even distinguish the quality of a treasure. After speaking, she handed the steel inscription to a bird and asked, Daqing, what do you think of this? The bird made a satisfied gesture and then said, Aoshima. Seeing this, Jiang Chen felt his heart pounding in fear. That works too. Damn, damn. The bronze little spider quickly reminded him, run before things get worse. Meanwhile, Xian and I had already drawn her weapon. Jiang Chen said in panic, W8, fairy. I really didn't recognize what this was. Let's talk this out, no need for violence. Suddenly, a long spear shot toward them at high speed, accompanied by a loud shout, stop. The spear plunged directly between them, shaking the ground and forcing Jiang Chen to stumble back several steps. It was Luo Ming. He said coldly, trash. You even let